Hello, Clashers, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Culture Clash. Happy Friday and happy 4th of July. I hope that you are somewhere having a hot dog, but most importantly, having a good old alcoholic beverage. Today, I am so excited because I just want to talk to you about pop culture. Everything that has happened in the last week and everything that you don't really need to know, but you know, I got you. We were also at Cincinnati Pride, and I cannot wait to tell you all of my experience. It was truly one of the best moments of my life, and I just want to share some pictures with you and share some moments. But before we do all of that, I want to introduce you to someone who is so damn beautiful, and you should see her look. Let me not make it, let's just get to it. Please help me welcome your favorite bartender, Toni.
Hey.
Hi,
that's so sweet.
You're so sweet for being here. How are you?
I would love. I'm so grateful. I'm good. It's sunshine in our city, so it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. Yeah. I have been talking about a shoe cam because, girl, I need to talk to the team about a shoe cam.
Okay, yeah,
because
I feel that.
I wish I could have a little shoe cam to show how beautiful you look.
Thanks, babe. I definitely had to step it up a little bit. I was watching the episode with you and Lexi, and I realized you were a fashion school person. So it just gave me permission, I think, to really pull a look that I couldn't pull on these streets. You know what I'm saying?
You know, but you should pull it on the street.
I probably should, but this Jimmy Choo is just a little too small to be walking on these cracked ass, unattended to sidewalks. So
you said it's a place to sit down.
Yes, it's a sitting pump for sure.
It's the perfect Jimmy Choo for the perfect episode.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm excited for 4th of July. I know that as a country, sometimes we know it's a little hard to celebrate independence, but we're here, we're queer, we're loud. We just ended Pride Month. How was your Pride Month?
Pride Month was insane. I feel like we definitely did it. We did everything that you could do and then some, right?
And then some.
You name it. But it was really, really, really fun. I felt like all the events from the top were just engaging and truly a really good experience of community. And just, I don't know, it was fab. It was way different. Icon Party was that month, right? Or was Icon Party May?
It was at the beginning of June.
It was the beginning of June. That's what I thought. Yeah. So y'all topped it off. Y'all ticked it off.
You know, from that moment, it was just go, go, go. We had things to do. We had meetings. We had this. We had that. But truly was one of the best months of my life.
Yeah.
I was telling my friends that the retirement center is going to tell me to shut the fuck up about Pride 2025 because it was so amazing.
Back in your day.
Yeah, let me tell you a little bit.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Back in my day, girl.
Yeah, back in your day when you were getting it.
Yes.
Tell me about it. What you got into?
This time was actually, I worked and I lived in Chicago before and I worked in Boys Town during Gay Pride.
Right.
And you as a bartender, you know that this is a celebration, but it is also time to work.
Oh, 100%.
First of all, really quick, my camera right here. Yes, ma'am. I just want to say thank you to every single person that was working during Pride Month. Every single bartender, every single server, everyone that was not there just for fun. Thank you so much, because I have been on those shoes before where you see your friends and they're having so much fun and they're drunk and you're like, hey girl, I gotta
No,
run.
literally, I'm so sorry. It's not you. It's the 12 people that just walked in.
Exactly.
You know?
And at the end of the day, we're never gonna come in between their coin and
never.
So thank you so much. Yeah. So you got to work Saturday night, right?
I did. Yeah, I was at Liberty's, our favorite little hub to get some business done. I was there and it was cool because here's the deal. I was getting my girl gay fantasy, but I don't know if we know this, FIFA was also in town for the World Cup. So it was you had all these cute little twinks and daddies and whoever's throwing their stunts, and he had these really hot European men just kind of sprinkled in. So I truly was living a dream. I felt like my looks were effective. I got to show out from my neighbors, but then I also got to show some of these men from Italy what we're doing in good old Hamilton County. So
Also, not fair. Yeah. It is not the time to play European or gay.
You know what I'm saying? Literally. But don't they coincide just a little bit?
I've always said everyone's straight like spaghetti.
Literally.
Until you heat it up.
Just like spaghetti. And
until you heat it up.
They definitely were a little noodly, okay? But it was cool. That was really cool. So, I don't know. I'm happy that we've completed the mission. Do you feel set and satisfied?
Oh my God.
Did you leave it all on the Pride floor?
And a little more.
Okay, good.
My wig is somewhere in Asia. I am just like, I took Monday off.
She's in rehab. She's getting it.
I think I woke up at like 12 o'clock on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay, are you an early riser?
No.
Because you seem to me, you're not?
No. I like to stay up late.
Yeah.
I like to wake up late.
Yeah.
If it was up to me. Yeah.
I never need to early bird gets the worm, fuck that worm.
Fuck that worm.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I literally can't. I agree with that.
I love sleeping in.
Yes.
I am the most creative at night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
I can relate to that.
Yeah, I can relate. Okay, but before we get into all the crazy things that happen.
Yes.
We have a little tradition here at the club.
Yes, hit me with it, bitch. I've been waiting.
Okay, so why don't you tell me and tell the Clashers at home, who is your number one diva?
First of all, this question needs to be reorganized because I really feel like the question at hand is, why is Beyonce your favorite? Or when did you decide you wanted to be known as the girl who chose someone over Beyonce? Because what are you talking about?
Yep.
That peeves me, but whatever. I guess people have to be true to themselves or whatever. But literally, Beyonce Giselle knows Carter. Luis, you know.
I know.
She is that girl. Now, I haven't always been a Beyonce stan. I've always loved her work. But I wasn't always I don't know if I would have always chosen her as my diva. Do you remember have you always been, because Beyonce's your diva, right?
Beyonce
or Madonna?
Beyonce's on my top.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and Madonna is right on top.
Exactly.
But just like you, I share that same sentiment because I've always admired and respected Beyonce's work, but it was not up until Renaissance.
Got you, yeah.
That I was like, holy shit. And I think that's the beauty of her art, that she speaks to so many different people.
Exactly.
So it's amazing.
I agree. And it speaks to the longevity of her career, right? Because she's been doing it for so long. So to captivate, someone 20 plus years in the game, I think that's pretty, you have to give the lady her dues of what she absolutely deserves. But I wasn't always that. Madonna probably was my first diva that I fell in, just became captivated by, as a queer youth. I just remember seeing her and being like, I'm literally gonna be a blonde woman. Are you kidding me? She just has always been so fab. And I think that for her, she always put the queer community at the forefront of a lot of her art. And then she also was a woman that I really respected because she was for a long time, she was very focused on being strong. It was all about this, move my body, turn my body into a machine sort of a thing. So Madonna definitely was I think my starter into divaism. But literally once Beyonce just started I don't know, just cursing and being fucking ignorant in such an entertaining way of just being silly, she got me.
Beyonce can do no wrong.
She will never do wrong.
In fact, I have a story about Beyonce that we'll talk about it in a minute. But let's give a little more praise to Beyonce.
Yeah, let's literally give a little bit more praise. Yes, because Cowboy Carter, the fucking tour.
Amazing.
Your look. I don't know if I told you this. I have a friend. Because you and I don't know each other that well. We know each other. It's social.
Of each other, right.
Of each other, exactly. And it's always love and support. But, and so we saw your Cowboy Carter look. And we were in Chicago, I think, the day after you guys went. And we were like, what the fuck is... Luis is literally so hot, it must be stopped. Literally, you must be stopped with so much support. What? The body?
Thank you.
Just the fucking... it was kind of like a stunt. It was a big stunt.
You are so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. But just the Cowboy Carter show
it
itself.
Was that girl.
What do you mean?
And just the fact that she can go into different genres of music.
Yeah.
And she is so talented. She
Truly.
Deserves every flower that she
Literally.
she gets and more.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so you ready to get into pop culture?
Let's do it.
Because this is a great segue
Yes,
to get
it
into
is.
pop culture of it all
Okay, hit
and
me
talk
with it.
about our queen,
I'm ready.
Beyonce herself. Okay, well, maybe if my little, okay, well, here we go. All right, are we ready? Let's just say that Beyonce powers through a scary car malfunction during Cowboy Carter concert in Houston. The singer was performing her song 16 Carriages in a suspended red car when the vehicle started to tilt in the air, according to a video from the scary moment shared by fans on social media. She appeared to be wearing a harness and is seen holding to one of the cables. She said, "Stop, stop, stop, stop." Beyonce is heard calmly saying into the microphone while she remains suspended in the air. Girl,
could you imagine that happened in Chicago?
So, side note, I'm kind of sad because I ran to the restroom right before she got in the car.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, she was already halfway, so I didn't get to see it.
She had already went past.
She had already. So I was like, shit.
Because that's what happens when you blink during Beyonce.
Yeah.
Don't blink.
Don't blink.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Sit the fuck down. Pee yourself.
Piss on yourself.
Literally piss yourself.
And then in my head, I thought there were two thoughts that came after that.
Okay, what were they?
I need to see her again so I can see her flying her like right here. And then my second thing was, oh my God, what if that car, like, something happens?
True.
And girl, my manifestation powers are way too, like,
you were
way
mad at
too
her.
real.
Were you mad at her? Were you like,
no,
Beyonce, how could you?
because it was my fault.
Yeah,
it was definitely my fault.
So you take accountability.
I take accountability.
Okay, proud of you.
But then I saw her hanging from that car and she's still singing, I'm like, girl, stop.
Literally leaning. First of all, when I saw it, I'm obviously not nervous because Beyonce's such a professional, and I'm sure she was like agitated and maybe probably like terrified. But like, I mean, it's Beyonce, so like, I kind of enjoy things like that, like to see an icon. How can you pivot? How do you hold it? Because that's the difference between an icon, you know what I'm saying, and maybe a superstar.
Exactly.
Is like, what's the pivot gonna be? And I feel like what we get to see with Beyonce now that I really enjoy is I feel like she shows a little bit more of our humanity. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting more humor, more like honest response to stuff. And so for her to come back out, you know what I'm saying, and kind of like acknowledging, and then to make the post Sin Sideways. When I saw it, the first thing I thought was she's in Houston. To me, it looked intentional.
It's her home.
And I'm like, of course she's going to be doing hydraulics, hitting switches. That sounds Texas to me. And I thought Sin Sideways. So then she makes the post Sin Sideways, boys in the days. I was like, to me it gave gag goop. It gave just like, I don't know. To me it was like a little stunt of a sort.
I think that I can see that, but you know when I think Beyonce was like, stop, 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 like we can't do this.
Right. Yeah.
If that car falls into people,
100%.
that would be the biggest lawsuit. Like, I mean, that would be terrible. So I think that's what. But like you said, that was such a good point that you just bring up, because when something goes wrong, Beyonce just knows how to hold her own.
Yeah.
The hair getting stuck in the fan.
Right.
Her chaps falling off on the tour.
Yeah.
The robots, like her not knowing where her mark was.
Oh my God, the robots.
And she just always stays calm, collected, and you can say a lot about Mr. Knowles.
You were right. However,
she does always say that her dad taught her how to fail. And it always just shows that when something goes wrong, the woman knows how to handle it. And if she doesn't, she'll figure it out at the moment.
Absolutely. And it's so important.
And you know who is also inheriting that? And we have seen it.
Speak on it.
Miss Blue Ivy.
Exactly.
So when her hair gets tangled on her earring, did you see that?
I didn't know.
Okay, so
how's she handle?
They're doing this whole like thing, right?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's hair gets tangled on Blue's hair. I'm not really sure. The thing is,
they're intertwined.
Blue Ivy takes off her earring, puts it in her hand. Her mom walks away with Rumi.
Yeah.
Beyonce looks back, And while like Blue is doing the choreography, she's like, I got the like, girl, keep going.
Literally, right.
Manager
you know
Blue.
What I'm saying? A Capricorn queen.
Yes.
My girl.
Speaking of zodiac signs, what is your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
A Capricorn.
What are you?
Take a guess.
Oh wait, I know this because I just watched the episode.
Oh.
You're 11/11.
11/11.
Yeah, you're a Scorpio.
I am the definition of a Scorpio.
I love a Scorpio.
You know.
I'm obsessed with y'all. I think that I've dated and tried to date a lot of y'all. Honestly, Scorpio men, stay away from me. I've had enough.
Same.
You guys, yeah, because could you date you?
No.
I can only imagine.
Absolutely not.
Y'all are so cool. You're so like.
We're very mysterious.
You're so mysterious, exactly. You're very mysterious, but you're also so lighthearted.
Yeah.
I feel like all the Scorpios I know like have so much fun, and as mysterious as you are, I think that you're pretty like fun and like a little transparent. So it's weird that we don't take you for who you say you are, realistically.
You know, when you have the loyalty of a Scorpio, you'll have it forever.
Oh, I believe it.
But when you have the hate of a Scorpio,
ooh.
You'll have it forever too.
Oh my gosh, and I don't want that.
Because you know what Cardi said. Because
when
I have beef with someone, I have it forever.
No, yeah, that's real. And that's why I fuck with y'all, because you're not afraid to kind of lead into that moody, like, just, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Everything isn't rainbows and glitter, actually.
I always say God forgives.
Yeah.
A Scorpio don't.
Scorpio probably don't.
A Scorpio don't.
But I fuck with y'all.
I'm just very happy that Beyonce is back. She is good.
Oh,
I know
100%.
some people got fired.
Oh, you already know they got fired.
But situations happen.
They do happen. And I'm really happy. One, Beyonce, you kind of deserve that. I'm sorry. But to give that Juneteenth fucking display you gave in Paris, France, anti-American, which is kind of lit, and I love that for you, but for us, I wanted at least $200 back on my ticket. Because have you seen the look she's been giving Europe?
Yeah.
What did she get? What was the show in Chicago?
But as Americans, do we deserve it?
Exactly. And that's the guy. That's the guy. Like, you know what, Beyonce?
You're right.
We have to just go ahead and trust what's going on.
She said, you know what? They gave us the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
So I got to give them a little more.
So she gave them that Burberry fit. She gave them that the looks are insane.
Beyonce's on another level. Like, I'm so sorry.
I'm sick of her.
I am so sorry, but she is on another level that cannot be compared.
She really is. Like,
do you have any plans for any shows in the next?
So I was thinking about going to Atlanta. But I don't know. Actually, this was something that I was wanting to ask you. What are we supposed to do post Cowboy Carter? Because my summer has peaked. My summer peaked at the beginning.
Exactly.
So I find myself looking through my like agenda, like, girl, what's going on?
What's going on?
There's I like indie, like little alternative rock. So I'm like, there's a little show here, a little show there. But everything is so subdued compared to what we got to experience at Soldier Field.
I was there on Thursday, the day that it stormed.
Yeah, were you rainstorm or windstorm?
Both.
Oh, it was the whole
Both
thing.
Of them. Liam and I showed up, and I'm not kidding. By the time we got to the stadium, we were a little litty. Mm-hmm. We got to the stadium, and they were like, "You guys have to take shelters." And we're like, "Girl, why?"
Well, literally, we just got here.
They were like, "Ma'am, take your wig off and take shelter."
Yeah.
The moment that we got in the stadium, like it just started storming bad, like
terrifying.
Really bad. And I've talked about it on the show before. Just the planning, the logistics, like that show was cleaned up.
Good.
Beyonce was up on stage. She did not come on until like maybe 10:30.
Okay, so it was like what, 2 hours late?
2 hours late. We did not get out of Soldier Field until very late.
Because that show was long. Because she gave you every fucking dollar's worth.
Every single, yeah.
She said, you're going to get it.
And we did. And it was the best show. I've seen her for Renaissance. I've seen her for Cowboy Carter.
Exactly.
And I only hope and wish, if I die before that, bring my casket.
No,
to
literally.
Act 3.
Bring it to fucking Act 3. Baby, I got you.
I'm so sorry to those people who didn't make it to.
Literally.
That's sad.
Oh, it's so sad. Okay, I'm kind of twisted because Cowboy Carter is literally like the best thing I've ever seen live. But there was something about Renaissance. I think it's like the way it started off and maybe the simplicity of it. Renaissance really like encaptured me. That beginning, that medley. Do you just remember her being like a full angel?
Oh,
and like singing that medley of fucking like I Care and 1+1. Like that, I'll never forget that.
Never.
A day in my life. Also, I do want to kind of like circle back. Beyonce also knew not to like pull any stunts of like cars and shit dropping because I was already an emotional wreck. I had my little mushroom and I was very open.
Yes.
You know, I also was wig tilted. And so I think that if Beyonce would have been over me and if her car would have started breaking down, bitch, we would have been playing the monkey on monkey trying to get to her and save our queen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I was actually shocked Julius didn't pop out of the
like,
hood, out of the trunk or something.
Literally.
That man was stressed. If you think we had a stressful night, Julius had a stressful night.
You know he killed somebody.
I also hate the beehive for making Julius famous.
I know.
That man must be left alone.
Literally. I'm sure his disclosures all signed and shit. And we're like, Julius.
Did you know he has a family?
Ew, what do you mean? It's not just Beyonce?
We all thought he was like in the basement living a good life. I
think that's disrespectful. You leave your family for Beyonce.
I agree.
But whatever.
Yeah, call me Beyonce. I will.
But whoever he's married to, she's got a good one.
Yeah,
because I'm sorry, that family would have had to.
Yeah. But to finish up the thing that you just said about Renaissance, it was a gay album.
It was such a gay album.
For the gays, by the gays, with the gays in mind.
Absolutely. And I think that for me, it was such a like queer, like historical, like so many references. That was the first time for me, because that was like right at that time I had known that I was about to start my transition because I've only been transitioning for about a year and a half. I knew that I was about to start, and I remember being like, it just feeling so congruent to like the way I was about to like start moving, like because I had never seen Black transhood at the forefront like that at such a high level of art. It really, really like kind of broke down this barrier that I think I had in terms of like how vibrant and how big like queer art can be. I think it like changed something for me in that respect because we see it all the time, right? We see these references and they're always kind of like kitschy, tongue in cheek, but that to me was just fucking like full fierce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like, I don't know. She just wasn't throwing like, you know, some gay like lingo in there just to like include us. Like she was literally celebrating us. And that's fucking lit.
I mean, and well, that is amazing. It is also sad that you're like, oh, I have never seen Black trans women in the forefront when they have been.
Right.
When if it wasn't for women, for trans women of color, we would not be where we are.
100%.
They have led us to where we are. They have paved the way. They have gave us language, fashion. I mean, everything. Truly.
It's walking activism, right?
Absolutely. If anyone has ever watched Paris is Burning, that is a must. Every single person must watch that movie to understand where we are, how we've gotten here, and the way that we have to go.
Absolutely.
The way that we have to go. And Beyonce, a lot of people don't even realize this, but at the very end of Renaissance, she has a picture of Mama Tina, who we love, and Uncle Johnny.
And Uncle Johnny, yes! I was bawling.
Uncle Johnny used to babysit Beyonce
and Solange.
So they talk about growing up with a femme Black gay man
around with them. A diva.
And I am so sorry not to stereotype, but if you know exactly what I'm talking about that flamboyant gay man that just makes you feel your best queer fucking self.
Oh, 100%.
That is who Beyonce grew up with.
Exactly. Did you have a version of that? Was there anyone that was like, you did?
My gay uncle, whom I love, I sent him a picture. My mom was at Gay Pride with me this year, and we got to walk together, and it was truly, truly an emotional moment.
That's crazy.
Had you told that little me that your mom would walk Pride with you one day?
Yes.
I would have been like, bitch, you're fucking lying.
What? Because what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Did you give my mom drugs?
And she was so happy. Yes. My brother said that.
Because you're a baby.
Yeah, she was just so happy. But I sent my uncle a picture and I said, can you believe your sister is walking Pride with me? And he was just like, I'm so proud. I never thought that moment would happen. And I said, I can only break down these doors because you opened them.
Exactly.
And I would not be here if it wasn't for him. And it is my responsibility. I always tell him, I'm like, you know, you have opened up so many doors for me, but my responsibility is to tear them the fuck down.
Absolutely.
So they are never close for anyone after me.
Oh.
So it was just,
that's powerful.
When you understand the power of other generations who have come before us,
exactly.
you understand the moment of pride.
100%. You literally have to know the past in order to celebrate your future. Like,
absolutely.
Like, you can't get there without knowing.
Absolutely.
And I think that we, like, I mean, I'm so grateful. I love Cincinnati for many reasons, but I think I love I think that we still, while we do have, like, a lot of young gays amongst us, I think we also still have, like, a solid generation of, like, queer people that understand the importance of, you know what I'm saying, like just a little bit of a more traditional queer lore or history or whatever. Because like we just can't lose that. We cannot
lose those stories.
We can't lose those stories. We can't lose the focus on the resiliency, and just like the radical like ways that like your uncle showed up and celebrated himself and celebrated you. And now look.
And here we are.
You get to do with that. Yeah. What we get to do with that. It's a blessing.
I actually want to invite all of you guys at home, maybe younger gays, maybe gays our age, and anyone really at home, to go to a gay bar between 5 and 8 p.m.
Bitch, happy hour.
Are
you kidding me?
And you are going to find that generation that you think is gone.
100%.
That generation that have those stories about cruising.
Yeah.
That I know it sounds like, cruising, but it was
so different.
A gay language, the way of surviving. And if you go to happy hour, to any gay bars or any bars within like a gay community like Chicago or Seattle or New York, you're going to find this 60-year-old gay, 70-year-old gay, 80-year-old gay who lost so many of their friends through the AIDS pandemic.
Absolutely.
Who have amazing and beautiful stories that you are now creating.
Right, exactly.
And I can only hope that one day I get to be that age.
I'm glad you will.
Sitting with my nice little polo,
you know,
with a sweater around my
talking
shoulders.
about Pride 2025.
Yes,
like, honey, let me tell you about my day back in my day.
Yes, don't be disrespectful and really like go out there and find these people within our community that have amazing stories. I know that you get them a lot.
I do. I miss it not as much because like now I still do, but it's a little bit different. When Birdcage first opened up its original location, I was a part of that opening team. And up until about 10 p.m., I keep forgetting that's that. Up until about 10 p.m., 11 p.m., it would be mostly that. And I would have some really good regulars of people that hung out at Shooters when it was, you know, the Western thing. And I wasn't here for that. So it was cool because they would give me the history that no one else had given me yet. And I remember being just like, do you remember Miss Stephanie?
Yes.
From Birdcage?
I love her.
Literally, she is the icon. I need to hit her up. She is everything to many of us, but she's everything to me.
She is on our list of wanting to have her on the pod.
Please, Stephanie O'Neill, get her on here.
Done and done.
Oh, we have to get her on here because she has stories.
She's
literally one of my favorite, like, queer historians, I think, in the neighborhood. Before I started acknowledging my transness, she would just look at me and give me the best compliments. And I would just be like, she thinks I'm fab. Yeah. She thinks that I'm something, you know, and I didn't see it, but she would just be like, you know, it was such a harsher world then, and we were trying to survive. So, like, you know, we would have had to fuck you up because you're kind of that girl.
Too pretty.
You know what I'm saying? And here I am, and that's like me in boy drag, you know, trying to make it in my whatever. And I just remember being like, and then she would tell me just about, you know, some of her friends, these like warriors that were like creating businesses and getting some of these men owning, you know, a lot of the city to kind of like pay for their condos in Clifton. It just things like that. And you're just like, ugh.
The stories. I have a very, very big family. But
do you? Okay, good.
My mom's side, she has 12 brothers and sisters.
Oh, got you, yeah.
And a lot of cousins. And the only ones openly gay are my uncle and I. He's not married. He was a hairstylist.
Okay.
And he now sits with me every time we see each other. He tells me stories about his friends going to clubs and bars and tells me love stories that I know he never got to share with his other family members. And to me, it's a privilege because I know that because of my ears and because I'm sitting here telling you this, his story will never die.
Oh, that's a legacy.
And it is important that we honor and respect every single one of those people.
Absolutely.
Like Stephanie.
Even if and not all of them are cool. Some of them are a little annoying.
Of course.
Because what else are you supposed to do when you get old? I can't wait to be an old fucking crab.
Of course.
Like, are you kidding me? Life sucks. Like, whatever. But once you sit past some of that, you're like, oh.
Who cares?
Like, there's some diamonds in the rough in there.
There are. But speaking of things that are rough.
Oh my God, hit me. What is it?
I have a story for you.
What?
Let's talk about Sean Diddy Combs.
Okay.
All right. Because Sean Diddy Combs,
I
I know, but we're just going to tell the girls. We're just going to move
no, come on, hit it. You're right. We have to.
Yes, because Sean Diddy Combs was found not guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking, but convicted of lesser charges. The jury's verdict, delivered on the third day of deliberations, declared Combs 55 not guilty of 1 count of racketeering conspiracy and 2 counts of sex trafficking by force and fraud, but guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. So, out of the 5 charges, he was only found guilty in 2 of them.
Right.
Which was prostitution, and it's basically just a slap on the wrist.
I think so. I think that it is very, I do think that it is very complicated because even though they have like all of these proofs that it's just so difficult. I think what we lose sight of and maybe was lost sight of is this all happened because of the privilege and power he was kind of dangling over people's heads, right? I think that it looks almost as if a lot of these people were like complicit or, you know what I'm saying, wanting to like be involved. But I think especially when you see some of the videos of like the way that he is directing his anger towards Cassie, and a lot of the messaging and stuff, you know, you could just tell that he had that girl on drugs and that she was, you know what I'm saying, strung out, trying to hold on to some sort of whatever. I think that like he definitely should have got hit with more charges than just the prostitution. I think like some substance stuff should have definitely been in there. But it's just so, like, what is the system? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Who is it for?
It's a really sad week, if I'm being honest, because it feels like the bad people keep getting away with shit.
I agree.
Like the whole thing in Florida, the alligator Alcatraz, this whole P. Diddy situation is just like, shit, here you are trying to be a good person. And I have no proof, but I also have no doubt that P. Diddy is worse than they claim to be.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's just a perfect example of, I've said this before, like during the Black Lives Matter movement, of like, I was like, wait, hold on, let me make sure this. Let me clarify this.
Right.
Because when straight black men are screaming Black Lives Matter, does this include everyone?
Exactly.
Does this include black trans lives?
Right. And it doesn't.
Because if I'm just out here for straight black men, fuck all you. Because the moment that you have the privilege of being powerful, you treat women and treat others the same way white men treat you.
Right. It's all projection.
And it is a clear example of having way too many connections.
Oh, 100%. And I think that's also the thing. I kind of understand it. I don't understand it, but I kind of think like, Diddy wouldn't have gone down by himself, so who else would have gone down with him? You know what I'm saying?
It's like the Epstein.
Like Epstein, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part that we'll lose sight of. That's the part that we'll never be able. You know, I feel like that was one of those things where they were using him to get closer to the string, to the operation itself, sort of a thing.
But are they trying to?
Or they could have, they should have, and they weren't. They should have been using him in that way to get to what the bigger organization is, but they were, I feel like, just kind of using him as an individual, as a mogul, as a whatever, but there's something so much deeper there. There's too many people involved. He got away with it for way too long.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And people have been talking about their expressions at some of these, like, very liberating, free, freak pride, if you want to call it, events and stuff for decades, openly. Like, talking about how much fun and alluding to, like, not even how much fun, but alluding to the bizarre aspects that they would witness and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It's just so disappointing.
But I have no doubt in my mind that karma will get to him.
Yeah.
And it'll be somewhat of a similar situation with the OJ.
Oh,
Simpson.
yeah.
OJ died broke.
Yep.
And died like a miserable person. Mm-hmm. And I have no doubt that Sean Diddy will die the same way.
Yep.
I don't think the Carters will ever be seen with him.
Never. I mean, they literally no. And they weren't anyway. He was already kind of in the space where he was like surrounding himself with these like younger, up and coming like black talents. You know what I'm saying? Like Young Miami and just like, some of these,
Carisha.
less, I think, less
powerful,
sophisticated. What he is, I'm sure, assumed it would be like less sophisticated, but still powerful because Carisha is that girl.
She is.
Carisha is always going to be that girl because she's got great taste, you know?
Does.
Like she.
But, the thing about it, and it's a story that I do want to talk to you.
Yeah.
When you get to the top and when you get to enjoy the juice of the power.
Yeah.
A lot of us, unfortunately, our ego will tell us to just be quiet and look the other way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And unfortunately, I love Carisha. Her and Saucy Santana are.
I'm literally obsessed.
Was big, sweetie.
I know. Wait, can we talk about Saucy Santana being here for Pride and them not boosting that?
Wait, he was here in Cincinnati?
Saucy Santana was here for Pride.
No.
At the fucking casino. Isn't that crazy?
I
know, and none of us knew.
Wow, I would have shown up. Probably
It was a Cincy Hard event. It was a Cincy Hard event, and I don't know how it went. I haven't talked to anyone who actually got to go yet.
That's really sad. I would have loved to see him, but Cassie, I hope you're doing great, beautiful. You are stunning. You're gorgeous.
Yes, mama.
We love you for speaking out.
Absolutely.
You are about to have a baby, or did she just?
Yeah, I think she's
just had her baby or something like that.
Yeah.
I hope that you can put this behind and enjoy your beautiful family.
Her family is so gorgeous.
Her man is cute.
That's a man.
That's a man.
That man, his last name's fine because they knew.
Yeah. So I hope that you're enjoying your life. And I know that it'll be impossible for you to put this behind you, but
we know too much.
We know too much.
We know way too much.
Yeah.
I hated how public that was. That really bothered me because, what I'm saying, especially like straight men, that's all they're going to be hung up on is her admitting the things that she, was participating in and stuff like that and being, fucking like deluded to do, like kind of being built to do, sort of a thing. And it's like, I don't know. That's just heartbreaking.
And if you did that to Cassie in that hotel room.
Exactly.
When you thought nobody was watching you.
Exactly.
But we'll leave it at that.
Exactly.
Let's jump into something a little lighter.
Okay.
Something the girls are hating on. But I have a hot take.
What? What is that?
Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez wrap up their 3-day Venice wedding extravaganza. So Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez concluded their 3-day-long Venetian extravaganza on Saturday evening with a celebration at the Arsenal, a former medieval shipyard. The pair was seen traveling via boat to the venue, which hosts the annual Venice Biennial. 28 different dresses was worn by Lauren Sanchez, and reportedly they spent about $50,000 per guest.
What were your thoughts? What was your review? Were you keeping up? Like, how were you consuming the content that was being? Because it was a stunt. They were doing.
It was definitely a stunt. There was really no one interesting other than the Kardashians. Like, tell me who else was interesting to look at.
Leo's girlfriend, Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend. She pulled some cool Dolce & Gabbana looks for me, that I thought was like very special. I thought like, I mean, if you're gonna be here, be there, sort of a thing. I also thought it was Orlando Bloom in the way they captured him, the property captured him. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, the man looked cute.
Yeah.
But first of all, from Leo, I have a message to Leo.
Get up,
because
please.
this man is talking about climate.
Yeah.
They're talking about wanting to save the planet.
Yeah.
There were over 80 fucking private planes in Venice. Yours being one of them.
Yep.
So don't come and give me shit next time I use a fucking straw.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just wanted to say
I'm happy
that.
you got the top of your chest. How do you feel? Oh, no.
over.
I can feel it being lighter.
The Kardashians look cute. Kim looked cute in a little Versace.
They did.
dress.
Kylie kept wearing white. Kylie
She
kept
was
wearing
wearing
white.
silver though.
Was it silver?
It was silver.
Or did it just captured in a
Yeah,
more like
I think
light
it was
tone?
silver.
Okay.
I think it was
All
silver.
right. I see what you're saying. To me, but I also I like to give things stories. You know what I'm saying? I think that's like, I love a fashion narrative. I like creating the story like for someone who might not have had that intention. And for her, I was like, I bet you she was like, fuck these hoes. Like, I'm gonna wear what the fuck I want because y'all need me and I
Word.
don't need you.
Word.
Like, you need me here for ratings, for views, for whatever. Do you think any of those people are friends?
No.
Like, please.
Absolutely not. But it was like, if you are in the zeitgeist and if
Right.
you want to be in the powerful of
Yeah.
the powerful, you wanted to be there.
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom was there without Katy Perry.
I know. He looked a fool. He looked like a fucking fool.
He looked a fool. You did not
Yeah.
show up to a wedding without your wife.
No. And he was like being buddy with everyone on the street.
Yeah.
And it was like, ew.
I think they're heading for divorce.
Literally, like,
Allegedly,
gore.
but I think they're heading for divorce.
Yeah.
You know who I thought looked really pretty and wore a really pretty dress?
Who?
Ivanka Trump. Ivanka Trump.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go.
She was,
I'm gonna step
yeah,
out.
I
don't remember her dress. I remember her look getting like too Venice, but I don't remember her dress to be honest. Was it fab? What was it?
She was wearing this beautiful Oscar de la Renta
Okay. You
pink
can't go wrong.
dress. It was
Okay,
really
Oscar de
pretty.
la Renta is iconic.
Aside from her political
I'm
views,
sure it was
or
romantic.
it was pretty. But I do have something to say about everyone at home hating.
Yeah.
Because everyone is hating about like this extravagant wedding and how many people could be
Yeah.
fed. Gays, if you had that much money,
Right.
you would throw the same wedding.
100%.
In fact, I know some gays who don't have that money, and
Right.
they are charging
Yeah.
that credit card to pretend they have that life.
Exactly. I agree with that. And we also kind of like needed a royal wedding. I feel like we never really get that. Like, that's not something that Americans do. But it was in Italy, so I guess it really doesn't do much for us. But like, I don't know. I wasn't like, I mean, I was mad that it was them, but I wasn't going to like waste the content. You know?
The only thing that I was mad is that I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And had I been on
And I would have been talking shit on a fucking gondola very close by.
if 90% of you at home that were hating on the wedding and how controversial it was,
Yeah.
were to be invited on a private plane,
Right.
with designers, you would have been
100%.
like,
Oh, 100%. We're there. These people do not love each other.
No.
This is not some romantic fairy tale experience. These are two power-hungry people wanting to display that they are able to outperform their peers, and I'll tune in for that. Because Lauren looked a fool. Well, there were very few looks that I saw that I was actually impressed by.
Let's just talk about the one dress that she wore to her main wedding.
Okay, was it the Schiaparelli?
No, the Schiaparelli was really pretty.
The Schiaparelli was pretty, but I didn't think it was for her.
It was not for her. That was pretty. The main dress that she wore, fully draped,
Draped?
lace.
Lace? Oh, full lace? Okay.
The fully laced Dolce & Gabbana. I just thought it was.
Oh, I didn't see it. I need to fucking see it.
It was-
Because the Dolce & Gabbana looks, if you were going to Italy, pull a Dolce & Gabbana look for me.
Actually,
I don't care.
Why-
You don't think so? You think
why-
it's too cliche?
Why are you supporting this racist?
Yeah, that's
ass
true.
bigots?
That's true. But like,
But
you're right. You're right, and you're so real. And thank you.
come on,
Thank you.
Anyone could have made that dress.
You're right.
But that dress was giving me like very royal, timeless, but make it snatch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like make
her snatch.
Make my waist so snatch.
She did look snatched.
She did.
She looked wonderful.
But
she
it's
looked,
not the
because
dress
you
where
know,
you
whatever.
snatch yourself.
Right.
Like when you see the cover of Melania Trump on Vogue and
Yeah.
her waist is snatched, you're like, yes,
Right,
bitch.
right. Oh, for sure.
But you are giving me full body lace, very like, but snatch my body, like girl.
I know. Did you see her Vogue cover? Because it was
Yes,
whack.
it was whack.
really whack.
It was whack.
But also, R.I.P. Vogue. I don't know. What are we doing at Vogue? Anna's gone.
Well,
She said, that's my last cover. I'm out.
She is out.
She's gone.
She is out. I have a very special place for Anna because
Okay, why? Where?
her very first cover
Okay.
was November of 1988.
Stop. When you were born.
I was born.
Okay.
The very controversial. So if anybody has the first cover of Anna Wintour, laying around,
you need
I
it.
need it.
You deserve it.
It's very expensive.
She deserves it.
So, you know.
But
we're very excited to see what comes after Anna. And
yeah, that's true.
To everyone hating on Anna, she has taken fashion to another level. I know that you might hate on her, that she is too powerful, that she's too this, that she's too that, but she really has taken it. Wait, speaking of that, The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yes, 2.
They're back next year.
Oh, I can't.
How are you feeling?
I love it. I fucking love it. We need more fashion film.
I agree. I just hope they don't fuck up the first one.
You think? Well, no, there's no way you can. It won't fuck it up.
There's only one movie that the sequel was better.
I mean, this is gonna be bad. No one's like. Are we expecting it to be good?
One.
They're not winning an award for this.
Do you know which movie I'm talking about?
No,
that
wait. The second one's better.
Yes.
Let me. No. What?
Sister Act.
Wow, Louise, culture class. Yes, you literally know what you're talking about.
That's about it.
You have your fucking hand on the pulse. You know.
That's about it.
The way that you are so correct.
So if it's not like that, because
exactly,
The Devil Wears Prada, it can be on, and it is on E every now and then.
All day.
And I'm like, I'm watching it.
Put it on.
I never get tired of it.
I need a Stanley Tucci like inspirational quote to like get me through.
And everyone is back.
Yeah. Okay.
Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep.
I saw except for the boy, except for the love interest.
Who cares?
But also who does? Yeah. He's fine. But we need another piece of candy.
Who cares about a man?
We really don't.
Who cares about a man?
Literally, who cares?
Okay, I have one last little story, and this one is really hard and lighted.
Okay, cool.
Ms. Miley Cyrus said that she is honored to receive a star on the Walk of Hollywood of Fame.
Yeah.
So Miley Cyrus wrote on social media that she is honored to be receiving a star and recounted visiting the Walk of Fame as a child. She wrote, "When I first came to LA from Nashville as a little girl, my family would stay at a hotel on Hollywood Boulevard, and I would go on a late night walk with my dad when no one would recognize him," she writes. "We would get the gift shops to ourselves and buy knockoff Oscars and Marilyn Monroe merchandise."
I love that.
How cute. So my girl is getting her Walk of Fame.
Yeah, she deserves it. She deserves it.
Good for her.
I love that. I feel like there has to be, like, most people that get theirs, aren't they a little bit later in their career?
Well,
like, sort of a thing?
So, not to say that you can buy a star.
Okay.
Because...
Oh, no, come on. Hit
but
me with the tea.
You have to go through a long process. You have to, like, apply, and they select you, and you have to pay, like, an $80,000 fee.
So this isn't just something that someone nominates you. You apply.
You have, like, your people apply
You have to get the gig.
Yeah, and then, like, after you apply, you have to pay, like, a maintenance fee.
Shut the fuck up.
So it's not like, oh, here you go, thank you.
No, it's just like a walking suburb.
Yes.
It's a walkover suburb.
Or maybe like a walking billboard.
Yeah,
you can
a billboard.
See it that
okay,
way.
no, that's way more.
So that you can see it. I have been there once.
Okay,
I don't know if you've ever been.
LA. I've never been to Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah, I've been to Cali many times, but I have not been to LA.
Oh,
I don't really have a desire to.
Really?
Because I know. I think that I will eventually. I have to go to know what I need to know, but I really love like San Fran, San Diego, like I don't know. I'm a chill down, like vibey, like low key girl. So I think I would have fun, but
LA can be vibey and chill.
Yeah, but I like to do regular shit. I'm from Butler County. Like,
wait, okay, so I do want to like. Let's talk about celebrities.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the celebrity that you are.
No.
Girl. So you are from Ohio?
Yeah, I'm just a regular neighbor. I'm
regular schmegular girl from Cincinnati.
I'm from Middletown.
I know, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, in my Middletown
Butler County.
Yes.
Born and raised. Where are you from? I know you're from Cincy, but
I was born in Mexico.
Yeah. What city?
I was a city called Morelia.
Okay.
Which is a little close-ish to Mexico City.
Okay, got you.
Then I moved here when I was 12.
Yeah.
I lived in Cincinnati up until I was like 23.
Got you.
Then I moved to Chicago for 10 years. And now I'm back
terrorizing
the community.
And you've been back for how long?
Like 2-3 years.
3 years? Oh, got you.
We couldn't figure it out
Yes,
earlier,
when we were chatting earlier. That was when you moved back.
That's
okay,
when
got
I
you.
moved back.
Cool.
And that's when I was like, okay, girls, like,
yeah,
I see so many motherfucking stars in this city. Like, I want to talk to you.
Exactly.
I wanna, like,
there's so many stars.
So many.
Okay, this is crazy. So I'm from Middletown originally. I went to fashion school at Kent State.
Oh.
Was there for about 5 years. And then I went to New York City. You either did LA or You did LA or New York. Where'd you go to fashion school?
I went to the Art Institute in Chicago.
Oh, lovely. Okay, cool. Yeah, and so for us, where we went to school, you went to LA or New York. I chose New York. And growing up in Middletown, I never came downtown. I didn't know what downtown Cincinnati was really giving. I knew what the zoo gave. I knew what a Reds game gave.
Yeah.
But I didn't really hang out too much. And I was living in Brooklyn, and I came here for a bachelorette party. And I saw so many stars. Like, I just remember walking down Vine Street. And this was before, I would say, because I feel like we've had a little renaissance, and the girls are fab now. But this was before everyone really, like, had it. We were all still kind of, like, giving a little, like, sexy ASOS Mall vibe, which we love.
We love.
But it was a lot less, like, DIY and a lot less, like people creating their things. You know what I'm saying? The creativity was there in a different way. But I just remember being like, oh, these bitches are giving. Like, I remember, like, I saw the Trans Fam, like, kind of out.
Love them.
I just was, like, so, like, and I just could feel, like, how I low-key, like, knew I could belong.
Yeah.
And so when I got back to Brooklyn, I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I'm, like, so grateful. But, like, I think I found a city that, like, really speaks to me.
Like, you have a message to bring back to the community.
Yeah. And so I was like, let me go ahead and move home. And, like, move, like, closer to home and learn something new. So that's why I came. And that's how I almost pretty much end up in Cincinnati.
I love Cincinnati. And I also just love, I really do, I feel like I have noticed that renaissance of people being a little more carefree about what they wear.
Absolutely.
And what they do. Like, I really love it. And I feel like this last June of Pride really, like, solidified how vibrant the city is.
Exactly.
There were so many events. There was pork rind. There was Cincinnati Pride. There was gay icons. There were so many events in the month of June. And even in the month of July, Cincinnati Gay Pride is, like, talking about all these events. And it just makes me so happy because I know and understand the talent that is here.
Absolutely. And it's on the surface. It used to be underground. It used to be way more underground because when I moved here, the dock was still open. So I got my couple moments at the dock, and that's where the girls went to turn their lugs.
Yes.
If you really wanted to, like, express yourself, you know, if you really wanted to, like, show your, like, club culture, your, like, you know what I'm saying, like, just bring whatever you took from Chicago, from New York, from Berlin, from around the world, and you wanted to bring it back and embrace it. That was the place, and now you can, like, wear it proudly to brunch, honey.
At Liberties.
You literally could just show up to Liberties, and don't show up to Liberties. Show up in your best. I want to see a fucking look. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you. I support you. Fuck these bitches that think you might be doing too much. I specifically showed up to clock in to hype you up on your fucking look. I don't care about anything else. I want to see what's in your closet. I want to see in your wardrobe on a Thursday, on a Saturday. I don't care.
I have a rule.
What is it?
When I am, like, trying clothes on and sometimes, like, I find something wacky and I'm like, let me try this on. If it looks right, that's the fit, bitch.
That's the fit, girl. You have to.
Don't think it's too extra. Oh, like, don't look at the fit and be like, oh, I'm wearing another night. No, baby, you put it together today, wear it tonight. I don't care if it's Tuesday night. What if you get hit by a bus?
Literally. Or, like, the worst thing that I feel like happens is, like, when you edit your fit and then you get there and you know your look would have fucking really, like, it's even more proof. You get there and you're like, damn. Not even, like, people would have received this well, but, like, I would have really, like, you would have been so confident you would have owned the room a little bit more. Or just been maybe more present, you know? I think that, like, this is just such a good place to provide your creativity. Like, just go ahead and throw it in the pot.
Just throw it in there.
See it. We want to taste it.
I love it. And be extra. Wear that outfit. We want to see it.
I want to see it. I'm sick of it.
We really, really want to see it. Well, before we wrap up the show, I want to just, like I said, this weekend was truly one of the best weekends of my life. I had the pleasure. It really was. I had the pleasure of being on the parade with my team. Liam was there. All of my friends that helped me with the float were there. My mom walked with me.
Literally, I can't. That's so special.
Yeah, my brother was driving the truck, and it was
okay. This was a family affair.
It was a family
Your
affair.
team was with you.
Yes,
that's
and
good.
I know that this is not a kids show, but if this message gets to a 5 or a 6-year-old kid who is struggling to come to terms with who they are and trying to figure it out whether their family is going to love them and accept them, just know that it might take you 36 years, but it is, I can never, no one can ever take that from me. So it was truly, truly amazing.
Absolutely, babe.
Yeah.
I
And
love that.
thanks to everyone that showed up to the show. But I do want to give a huge little thanks to everyone that was a part of it. Cincy Shirts from Fort Mitchell's and Billy, they came through last minute. Our shipment was delayed and we still haven't gotten the shirts that we ordered. The same day they printed them for us and they look so, so beautiful.
Wait, and it was Billy? I know Billy, and Billy's cool as fuck.
Really?
Billy's cool as fuck. Longer hair.
Well,
he's a podcaster. You have to chat with him. He's cool.
Great. Well,
I did not realize that. Of
it
course,
was
he would
Billy
go through for
from
you.
Cincy Shirts.
He would do that.
Thank you so, so much. They were so, so beautiful.
Good.
And people that were asking, like, where can they get them? We're working on getting some merch. Thank you so much for wanting you guys to support us.
I can't wait for merch.
Yeah. So once we have them and once we figure it out, we will make sure that you guys have the link so that you can buy shirts and support us. I also want to thank DJ Pablo. Oh my God, the DJ was so, so amazing.
Yes, DJ Pablo.
The party was lit, and one of the big reasons that he was able to help us out, this Latino DJ who plays at quinceañeras, baptisms.
Local?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And I talked to him a few weeks before, and he was like, Luis, honestly, had you called me last year, I would have said no because I was crazy busy.
Yeah.
But because everything that my Latino community is going through,
exactly,
they're afraid to get together for quinceañeras, for weddings, for baptisms, for first communions. And he said, yeah, I'm free on Saturday, so like we'll do it. So just know that every single thing that happens in Washington affects you and affects me and affects the entire community one way or another. So thank you so much to DJ Pablo. We'll link his Instagram below. If you're looking for a good old music for your events, hit him up.
We need to show up for DJ Pablo, because what do you mean? That is so crazy and so sad that like bitches can't even fucking show up and just like
enjoy
hug and be silly and dance and share a plate. What are you talking about?
So,
but that's the whole point. Is for us to
so uplift these people and make sure that you know, they have jobs. And last but not least, well, two other things. I want to thank Jay Kitch, who we just had on the show last week. He helped us get
Denise,
that. Yes,
my girl.
Oh yes,
Hi, Denise.
He helped us out on getting that float up there, and also Cincinnati Pride. Thank you so much. And last but not least, I want to thank my friends, my team that really came to last minute and that were there holding my hand through all of my anxiety attacks and panic attacks. Liam, my producer, who I could not do this show without him. His boyfriend for putting up with him while he was going through this.
Yes, Liam, I love Liam.
I'm sure that it was not easy for Luke, so I owe him a vodka soda. Yes, the Craft Shoemakers, Ben Shoemaker and Andrew Crafts, they were so amazing, and they were there helping every single second. To my muscle queen, Chris Naven, who was there sweating with us, painting this float. Every single person that walked with us, and also the most important the most important people that were on the parade, you. Thank you for screaming as we were driving by. Thank you for all of your love and your support. I promise you I can't really cry because of my antidepressants.
Yeah, exactly.
but I felt a little tear every second that I was there. So, Toni, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is so fun.
You can find Toni at Liberty's. Tell us your gig.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So I'm just your neighborhood bar girly. I'm at Liberty's on the weekends, so come hang out, buy a bottle of wine, come see me and come giggle. Then I also work at Milton's, and I don't see any of y'all ever over there, but Milton's is the like oldest, coolest, most just rustic blue collar little pub, owned by a gay man, and just like some really cool people that have worked there for decades. So that's really cool. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Also, we are currently looking for a kidney for my friend and coworker. So if there are any angels out there that, you know, might want to bless someone else, hit me up. I'm on Instagram at Gertha Kitt, GurthaKitt, and I can connect you with Tyler, who is my friend and a bartender there. He's someone in the community that's just really lovely human being and going through a tough time. So we just got to like get our boy, you know, in Oregon. But yeah, come see me at those two bars, or you might see me walking around just taking in this gorgeous city. And feel free to say hey.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
You heard it all. We're going to link your Instagram below,
Okay,
all
perfect.
of the information. If you want to help with the kidney, like, you're welcome to.
Yeah, no
Please
problem.
come and help support the community. That is what we're here for.
Exactly.
And that is what the show is for.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July to everyone at home. If you are celebrating this weekend, make sure that if you're drinking, you are not driving.
Yes.
That's number one.
Always.
And be fun. Have fun, be responsible, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much, Toni.
Yes, so thanks for having me.
Wait. We were told not to do the fan clacking because, so we're going to do a 1, 2. I know, that's right. Happy weekend, guys. We'll see you next week.
Oh,
Yay,
cool.
we did
That was
it.
fun.
That was so fun.
You're so good.
It's your